The investor deck of your startup should seduce a potential investor to plan a first meeting. How do you build a deck that is attractive? Welcome back to Fundraising on the Go, the podcast brought to you by PwC Next Level, where we unravel the mysteries of fundraising for startups. I am your host, Otito Dosumo, and I'm excited to have you join us today. In our previous episode, we explored how to structure your fundraising process. As of this episode, we will elaborate on each different step in the fundraising process. The fundraising process starts with a meticulous preparation phase, followed by reaching out to investors, which is the second phase. The third phase starts when a specific investor shows interest and you need to start the negotiations. Finally, you will reach the fourth stage when closing the deal. Today, we are unraveling the art of preparing the perfect pitch and investor decks, two crucial documents that can make or break your fundraising journey. Let's start by clarifying the distinction between a pitch deck and an investor deck. While these two terms are often used interchangeably, they serve different purposes in the fundraising journey. An investor deck is a detailed document that provides an in-depth information for investors who are considering investing in your startup. It goes beyond the surface and dives into the specifics of your business, including financial projections, market analysis, growth strategies, and the allocation of funds. An investor deck is often shared digitally and can be read by itself. On the other hand, a pitch deck is a more concise presentation that serves as your startup's introduction during in-person conversations with investors. Its primary goal is to capture the attention and generate interest in your business. A well-crafted pitch deck outlines your company's story, highlighting key aspects such as problem you're solving, your unique solution, market potential, traction, and the expertise of your team. A pitch deck is often used to support face-to-face presentations or discussions with potential investors. While the pitch deck and the investor deck might differ in size, structure, mode of delivery, and so on, they should both tell the same story about your company. If you want to keep your target audience interested in your company, there are a few critical pieces of information that should always be included or reflected in both documents. It's essential to start with a clear definition of the problem of your startup is addressing. This means going beyond a surface level understanding and diving into the specific intricacies of the issue. Articulate the significance of this problem, illustrating why it matters in the context of the markets and industries it affects. Additionally, pinpoint the groups of people who are most affected by this problem. By doing so, you provide a crucial context that sets the stage for the entirety of your pitch. As you transition to discussing the solution, vividly portray your innovative approach. Articulate how your solution effectively tackles the identified problem. Emphasize the unique features that set your product or services apart from existing solutions in the market. Highlighting these distinct attributes helps investors understand the added value your startup brings to the table. To build credibility and demonstrate traction, present tangible evidence of the progress your startup has achieved. This can take various forms, such as sharing compelling customer testimonials, showcasing partnerships you've established, highlighting early-stage figures, or celebrating significant milestones your startup has reached. Provide concrete examples of traction helps investors gauge the real-world impact of your solution is making. As you dive into the market opportunity, offer insights that showcase thorough understanding of the landscape you are entering. This involves more than just market size. It requires a nuanced understanding of your growth potential and the specific audience your solution caters to. By providing these insights, you demonstrate that your startup is well positioned to capture a meaningful share of the market. Your business model is a critical component that outlines how your company generates revenue. This involves a detailed explanation of your pricing strategies and potential avenues for monetization. Investors need to understand how your startup plans to sustain itself financially over the long term. In a competitive landscape, it's also essential to identify your rivals within the market. However, don't stop at mere identification. Clearly articulate how your solution stands out in comparison to these competitors. Highlight your startup's unique value proposition and what makes your offering distinct, thereby illustrating your competitive advantage. A startup's success is often a reflection of the team behind it. Use the team expertise section to showcase the qualification and experience of your team members. Emphasize how their collective expertise aligns with your startup's goals. Highlight any relevant industry experience they bring to the table, as well as their individual strengths that contribute to the overall success of the venture. Sharing historical financial data and forecasted figures is also essential. Provide an explanation of the key drivers behind your revenues and expenses, along with any assumptions you made. Detail how the sought-after capital will be allocated to achieve specific milestones also. Finally, when it comes to the funding ask, be transparent and straightforward. Clearly state the amount of capital you're seeking from potential investors. Provide an outline of how you intend to allocate these funds to achieve specific business objectives. Whether it's product development, marketing initiatives, or expanding your team, investors need to understand how their investment will fuel your startup's growth journey. By presenting a well-defined funding ask, you demonstrate a strategic approach to utilizing the capital effectively. Conclude by including references or links to key information mentioned earlier in the deck. This serves as a handy reference for investors seeking deeper insights into specific areas. To sum up, I'll briefly repeat all the elements you need in your pitch and investor deck. A problem, the solution and existing traction, the market opportunity, your business model, a competitive analysis, the team, some financial data, and your concrete funding ask. Remember, each of these components constructs a vital segment of your pitch and investor deck. They weave a narrative that not only spotlights your startup's potential, but also fosters investors' confidence in your comprehensive grasp of your business and its market landscape. In the fast-paced world of startup funding, you often have just a few moments to capture an investor's attention. That's where the teaser document comes in. This is a one-pager or a couple of slides act as a sneak peek summarizing key information about your company. It's designed to pique investors' interest and entice them to learn more. With hundreds of investors' desks to review, having a teaser document can put you ahead of the game. As we wrap up this episode, remember that customization is key when creating your decks. The content and emphasis may vary depending on your target audience or investor. Whether they are a potential investor, customer, or partner, always strike a balance between engaging visuals and informative content. In our next episode, we'll unravel the world of financial modeling, a critical skill for any startup founder. Thank you once again for tuning in to the Fundraising on the Go podcast. See you in the next episode.